Hello everybody and welcome back to Getting Wrecked and Factorio. So last time we set up our automatic train that brings iron ore into our main base and also a small furnace set up here, which seems to be a little bit too big for the throughput here. Okay, thank you for the batteries. I will actually continue researching everything that only requires the basic materials. So as you can see, we are not really using all of these. So seems like we are only using 6 on each side, which kind of makes sense. I guess we could make it so we use one belt with only iron ore and one with coal outside and use long arms to provide the coal if we wanted to. I mean, I don't really mind right now. That's something we can fix later. Right now we are supposed to make some military science. So military science is piercing round, magazine, grenade and gun turret. So first and foremost we need some space to actually make this happen. We're going to use a gate here. I'm guessing this is just a temporary wall, so we don't really need it. So let's just bring it down. Just with wood. That's great. Just great. The problem with military science is the fact that we need grenades, and grenades are using coal, and coal is not something I really want to have on my main bus, since that's kind of the only thing it's been used for. So that makes it like I almost... Let's see, we need copper plates though, so we can't just make it from iron. So either we need to bring coal on the main bus, which I think we will not do, or we will have to we could actually maybe set up some grenade production up here, but then we will have to bring the grenades down anyways, so it's not really going to help. Alright, fine. We will bring the coal on the main bus. It doesn't have to go that far though, since it will most likely only be used in one area, and then we can replace it with batteries or something else. So let's get some coal down. Who put some science in the way? I do not know. Actually, we will most likely bring a lot of different science in this way, so maybe we even go for having the coal breakthrough over here. Here I am, trying to plan things ahead. It's not as easy as one might think. So research flight, but that also needs oil. So we will actually bring coal on the bus here. Makes no freaking sense. And we will create a couple of factories. We can actually get some reagents here instead. Will we need coal further down? Well, actually you need coal to produce plastic as well. So that's actually pretty interesting. Maybe I should bring the coal somewhere where I will have my plastic production. And if I'm bringing the oil in here, I will have plastic somewhere down here. So it might not be a terrible idea to make my grenades back here. The only problem is that I will have to fill my pockets with all the coal I have down there, but it's kind of alright, I would say. Okay, fine. We have decided, or I have decided, that we will bring the coal down there. So we bring it somewhere over here. Now I made a lot of these underground belts, but I kind of wasted them, so. Let's remove this before I think that I have coal in the bus, and I don't, because that would be a bit silly. Whoop. That's a lot of coal. Cool coal. So we will need to have iron, which we kind of have back there. I think we will bring iron up here as well. Could actually use this one. There's no reason not to. Just bring it around. Like that. Put down a grenade, creating factory here. Whoop. So we will use iron, we will use coal. We actually need a lot of coal, so will this be sufficient? Not quite sure. Need the medium poles. I guess so. So something like that. We will bring out the grenades on this side. So, grenades. 8 seconds to produce them though, so we might be able to fill the coal even with long handers. However, this might be too much for our coal production. It's pretty important that we have enough coal, but because otherwise we will not get enough power. It's still full over there, so we should be fine. Let's take a look. Yeah, the issue is we can't really make more if we use too much. It's not like I can just add more drills over here in an easy way. So making that coal train happen, this or this, is actually almost the most important now. That's a bit scary. I guess we could use this one because it's a bit closer. I don't have to deal with that base. Anywho, we are not really supposed to be bothered with that right now. We are supposed to make science. So here we go, we get some fancy grenades. Now can we make all the military science down here? I mean, we have copper over here, we have copper here as well. So it wouldn't be too hard to create everything we need down here, would it? Let's see, so this takes 8 seconds. That's quite a long time. This takes 3 seconds. So if you want to make... But this creates 2 military science packs. We need 5 of these. So we need to make 5 gun turrets. Factories, is that true? I don't know how I'm calculating this. But we have 1 gun turret every 8 seconds. And we will need 1 gun turret every 5 seconds. So just having 2 should be fine, kind of, hopefully. But I'm a bit worried, like here I have a lot of iron, sure, but I kind of want it to make belts if I need to. So that's why I don't want to use that. Here we have a lot of iron, but that's because we don't have enough coal to make all the grenades. Okay, so we have 2 more research we can do before we need oil. So I'm thinking if we're supposed to build it back here or over here to the west. Screw it, let's just make it over here. We can make the grenades over there if we really want to. So we will need to produce firearm magazine. Now we can create 1 every second. So okay, thank you. So 1 factory for firearms can keep up with 3 of these with piercing ammo. And all we need is iron. Well, fair enough. Let's bring that down. We will also create some splitters That's something we do every single time. Whoops. Now I think the belt's a bit slower in the corners, so you should try to avoid these kinds of corners. Okay. So we are creating ammo. And that would be enough for 3 more factories. Let's just make it like this, it's fine. And they will need steel, I think. Steel and copper. And this. So we will take something over there, and then we will create some long arms. Make this symmetrical. Is that my last one? Really? What the? Hello? Get a couple of hundred of belts. Actually, that guy is not really needed. So we will get... Is it one of each? No, we need more copper, so actually this should be put on the far side, I guess. And we will have copper on this one. So we will get copper for these guys, and then we need steel. Don't need that much steel though, which is pretty good. So we will just put steel over there. Alright, well, we can actually research even more. Alright. Yes, that's fine. So get an underground belt going over here. Something like that. Extend the bus. So no one notice. Now, okay, screw that. Let's bring these ammo down here. Okay, there we go. We have a lot of inserters. So now we have ammo, we have grenades, and we only need to bring gun turrets. So they eat a lot of iron. So this is 40 iron per 8 seconds. That's incredible. So 8 seconds, need 10 iron gear wheel. So we create 2 per second, I think. Yeah, 2 per second. So maybe 2 can almost two gear factories can almost keep up with 1, or well, with 2 gun factories or 3 gun factories. I bet there are a way to calculate these ratios. So that might be a good idea. But we're not bringing in enough iron over here to actually produce this. But we could maybe use the copper we have going down here. So let's try to do that. We will make some gun turrets here. All we need to do is expand this bus so we know where it's actually going. Come on, chop down the trees. So we want a lot of iron plates. So let's get that. So here you go, a lot of iron plates. We will kind of need a lot of these guys as well. So let's get them over here as well. I don't know really what we are supposed to do with them right now, but I'm just preparing a little bit. How about that pollution? Still not too bad. But that coal situation makes me a bit nervous. I don't want to lie. So what we want to do is that we want to create a lot of cogs. I think we want 2 of these. I haven't done the calculations, but I'm just feeling it. And hopefully it's still enough iron ore back here. So we can make gun turrets. What do we really need? Need iron, we can get some green circuits, I think that's what we need. We might need some cogs as well. Let's try to save time when building these by hand. So, do you think we can provide enough for 3 of these? I don't know, but it will be interesting. You can put some of these directly there. Actually, let's have long-handed. Is that true? I don't know if that's a good idea. It's quite dark during the night in this game. I wonder how it will look when recording. So we will need to, let's make a couple of fast ones. Fast one there, fast one there, fast one there, fast one there, fast one there. And we'll need a couple of these. And a couple of battery poles, or what it's called. that. And then we will have these. Put in some cogs. We need even more of these long armed ones. So this is where all the iron will go. That's for sure. Let's make a couple of fast ones. So we're going to put these on another belt. Whoop. Don't have any more red ones. Well, let's build some. Right, so they're keeping up. This guy wants iron. Guess this guy wants it as well. So, we are kind of done here. We have all we need to make the science. But where do we want to put the science factories? That's an excellent question. That's a really good question. The problem is that we are kind of spread out here. Well, let's bring this to other stuff, I guess. Was that a good idea? I think that was a terrible idea. Whoops, sorry. My bad. So here we go, we got them grenades. We got the ammo and we got the gun turrets. So we could make the factories here. I don't think it's too bad of an idea. Something like this. Get a factory down here. Let's create a couple more. Like, you can never have too many factories in your pocket. So yeah. We will get those things. We will drop things off over there, and you will pick up those guys. So, military science. So I said we need 5 of these. If you want to create 1 per second. Maybe that's not really a requirement. I can go with 4 for the time being. Or do we want to make 1 more? So let's see, what do we need? We need iron plates. Let's get a couple of cogs. Let's get a couple of iron plates. Screw it, let's go with 5 so we know, because I will forget about this later on anyways. So So we want to have 2 more of these. One thing I should really fix is some production of specialized inserters, like fast inserters and long-handed inserters. I think how many do we need of these? Well, it's actually not. The problem is that we don't get enough iron down here. So there you go, we don't have enough iron. Big freaking surprise. So we don't really need to bother with this just now because, well, we actually don't have enough production for that anyways. We might want to upgrade the bus. We could also, let's see. We should really, after each time we take from this side of the belt, we should have something to like make both belts fill at the same speed. So that's something we could try to do to fix things. Something like that might help a little bit. But anyways, before we end this episode, we are supposed to bring this science to a lab as well. So let's get 400 belts. So we will have a hard time to bring it through here. Let's just go a little bit wider. I'm thinking if I should have like I have the bus up here. I wonder if I should have one more placed down here somewhere that should be free of machines. So we could just have somewhere where we can pull things through. Right. Actually, let's use one more of these to really, get out of range of the bus. Since we might want to bring oil or something on it as well. So this is the reason why we made so many belts here. Because now we have more science we need to bring over here. So actually, let's say that we have something here, and then we have 2 tiles that are not used. Then maybe this will be a science bus going back. And screw this, we will not have fluids coming in here. Something like this, maybe. So we're going to bring it over there. We are going to bring it over here, I think. So let's make sure it always ends up on one side. And then we need a splitter. So I'm building 2. Get them over there. And get them over here. So that should work. And this should work. So all we need now are a lot of long-handed inserters. There we go, no more. That only requires basic science. Too bad. So let's get these guys. To be able to bring in some military science. Let's get some of these as well to be able to. Not everyone needs to be able to, but at least most of them. So let's see what we can research with that. Military free require blue science. Laser turrets we can research, but I think they need batteries, which means, yeah, you guess it, oil. Bullet shooting speed. Combat robotics. This is maybe something we could use. Defender capsule. Yeah, I think this might actually be something. So let's research combat robotics. That might be something that can help us. It requires 150 science though. That's quite a lot, I would say. So these guys are our main problem. It's actually the copper we are not getting enough of right now. Alright, let's make a couple more splitters. So every time we use copper we should equalize the belts. And we should really look at making more copper ore or copper mine. Add to our copper mine and our furnaces back there. I didn't realize how much copper these guys eats as well. It's not as much as iron plates, but we have much more iron production than copper production. And these guys need copper. They actually need a lot of copper, 5 each. So yeah, we have things to do. If we go back over here we can see these guys are not really active. We need more miners. That's easy enough. Anywho, so we have some research. We have some military research going. That's fine. In the next episode we will most likely prepare for attacking somewhere. Most likely this one. With combat robotics and a lot of bullets. We might be able to do it. Anywho, thank you guys for watching and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.